Hello everybody, this is Gumshoe. This is my first YouTube rant. I wanted to make this video because I am 10 weeks post-op from VSG sleeve and I started getting bills in the mail. I prepaid for my surgery. I went through insurance, and this is why I've always avoided going to the doctor or doing any medical procedure in the past, because you always end up getting bills later. And all of these bills, they all say pay now, and they're for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So obviously the surgery was worth it. I've lost 42 pounds in the last 10 weeks. It's going well. The surgery was the right thing to do, and I would pay for it if it cost more. And I'm going to tell you exactly how much I ended up paying. However, it's very frustrating because I was finally feeling, in my last 2-month post-op update video that I posted, I was finally feeling like I was getting my finances a little bit under control. In addition to the sleeve fees that I paid in 2016, I had many thousands of dollars in dental charges for an implant and crowns and root canals. So I had probably about $8,000 in medical bills last year, and when I did my taxes this year, unfortunately, that didn't help me at all. So even though I tried to keep track of the records, it didn't provide me any tax benefit, which, you know, I guess any tax professional would tell you, but it was still disappointing. So I have about $8,000 in credit card debt right now. I also have a savings account which is growing a little bit, so that's good. But I was finally feeling like I was able to start cracking away at that credit card debt and start to save a little bit of money. I'm in my mid-30s, so at some point, you know, I have to get my finances together. So starting to get all of these bills in the mail is really annoying, and my rant, I want to tell you what they are. I can also tell you how much I paid for VSG surgery up front, because I wanted to have those bills in the last year in case there was going to be a tax benefit. I paid $1,700 to the hospital and $320 to the surgeon's office, and of course I probably paid like $150. You have to do a psych eval, and then all the co-pays for all, you know, I probably paid like $300 or so co-pays in doctor's visits. I had to pay for a nutritionist visit, so I had to pay for a lot of visits and stuff like that. And then I paid for the major fees. Okay, so yeah, so for the major fees I only paid you know, $2,000 up front, and I think the estimate was that it would be about $2,500. So I've got about $900 in bills, so maybe I should have expected that they were just going to start rolling in, but let me just tell you what they are. So this bill is from pathology. This is the most annoying one to me. It says tissue exam by pathologist, $416. Well, isn't that just nice that while I was unconscious, someone decided that I needed a tissue exam done by a pathologist, and they took my tissue and sent it to the pathologist, and the pathologist analyzed it and had some finding. No one told me, you know, A, hey, we needed to do a tissue exam, or B, what the results were, or C, you're going to get a charge. It doesn't look like this went through my insurance. I'm assuming it probably doesn't go through my insurance. And of course, the best part about it all is it says due and payable immediately, $416. This is from the anesthesiologist. It looks like it did go through my insurance, and the bill is for $238. Okay, yeah, I'm glad. And you know, I'm not trying to throw shade on the hospital. You know, they did their best to tell me up front. I'm just mad at the insurance, really, because this is just the way the insurance works. I think I had a great surgeon, and I went to a great facility, and I would do that again over and over 100 times, but you know, they couldn't even let me know that I was going to be getting bills later or give me an estimate of what they are going to be. Okay, here's one. Here's another one. This is from the hospital. It doesn't say what it's for, but it's for $218. And it was due a month ago. Here's one from my primary care. It's just $25. I'll pay that. I'll probably pay her the $25. Okay, here's another one. It's from pathology. It's for $6.53. Okay, I'll pay your $6.53. Oh yeah, and here's the second notice on that $218. So if you add that all up, it's like $900 in bills. You know, and I ended up doing something that my mother does, which is that for the first time in my life, I opened up a new credit card with an introductory 0% APR and transferred my credit card balance onto that so that I wouldn't have to make interest payments. And I just never wanted to have like this revolving credit card debt that just keeps moving from card to card. But I know that, you know, this is going to set me back. I'm not going to be able to meet my goals. I'm going to end up putting this on the credit card, most likely. You know, and I probably will get a bonus. My company does bonuses in April, so maybe I'll get a bonus and a raise next month because that all happens in April. But it's just annoying, and I just don't want to pay it. And I know that I can argue with them as much as I want, and they're just going to say, you can either pay this or it's going to be a mark on your credit. So that is my rant, and I wanted to let you all know. So if you add that all up, it probably means that my surgery, so the $1,700 to the hospital, the $320 to the surgeon, then the $900 in bills I just got, so that's like $3,000 plus all the doctor's visits and stuff like that. So it was probably $3,300. I know a lot of you paid for this out of pocket, and if I had to do that, I would have done that too. So I understand, you know, for people that need this surgery and decide that it's the right time to have this surgery, you know, you're going to do what you need to do to make it happen. And I know that I'm lucky. I'm very lucky that I had the insurance. I probably should have said this when I started the video, because all of you that paid for yours out of pocket, you're going to be like, what is she complaining about? You know, you only paid $3,300. But that is a lot of money to me. And because I've been trying to do better with my finances, it's just frustrating to get that setback. And I just hate how insurance companies work and how you always end up getting bills later. And anyway, that's all I have to say. Let me know your experience. Comment or drop me an email. I'll include my information. And let me know, did you have to end up paying more than you expected? You know, were you getting bills after the fact? Maybe you paid yourself and you still got bills after the fact. I wouldn't even be surprised. So let me know what you think, and maybe we can commiserate. Okay, talk to you later.